Welcome to Season 2 of the Who Me podcast. I'm your host, Davina Rankin. This podcast is all about expanding your mind, opening your heart, having deep and meaningful conversations with inspiring, motivational people, and giving you helpful tips on how to live your most high vibe life. Buckle up, we're in for a ride. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Who Me the Pod. And today I have the wonderful Chelsey Jean in here. She is not only a naturopath, but she is like the queen of the lymphatic system, of education. She has taught me so much about my own body that I had no idea about, and I did not even realize how important the lymphatic system was until I met you.
Oh, Davina, thank you so much. I remember the first day when you came in and we started working on your body and chatting. You were like a sponge and your eyes were like, wow.
Chelsea's like super woo-woo, just like me. And as soon as we met each other, we went from one extreme to the other. Like we were talking about aliens 1 minute and then this, that, and the other. Like it's just, you know, when you find your people, and I feel like at that time in my life when I started my journey, I was going through a massive transition in my life, like relationship stuff, health stuff, mental health stuff, and my journey with wellness and how much importance I put on like my circulation, my lymphatic system, and like getting that whole thing going. It's just a part of my daily ritual, and it's something that just makes me feel amazing and keeps my brain clear and my body feeling nice, and I owe it all to you. So yeah.
So when you're shifting things on the inside, things shift on the outside as well, and we need to find that equilibrium. We need to find when people, I think, get stuck is when there's lots of things happening on the outside and they're stuck in the inside.
Yes. And, you know, it's so funny. I was reading this thing, like people usually wait until you've had like a breakdown of your relationship, and that's when you get like that revenge body and you actually start looking after yourself or whatever, or you have a breakdown of your health and that's when you start to fucking sort your life out and stuff. And it's really sad that people wait until it's too late to start.
Yeah.
I just found it crazy that like something so simple as to like giving myself a massage or like stimulating my like blood circulation and stuff could have such a profound impact on my health. So for the people at home that are like, I don't really know what the lymphatic system even is, fucking get ready. It's going to blow your mind because you think it's nothing. Like everyone is so worried about their immune system and all this kind of stuff. If you had any idea how the importance that your lymphatic system has on your overall health, your immunity, all of this stuff, it's going to blow your mind. So Chelsey, can you just take it from the beginning for us?
So everybody has a different pain point, has a different reason to want to change. It can be a breakup, and that will fuel them to say, you know, I'm going to look good, I'm going to feel better. It can be cancer, it can be a sickness, it can be, I don't care what that motivation is for someone to dig a little bit deeper into their health and to find out, because when it comes to the lymphatic system and you Googling, I want to feel better, I want to lose weight, I want my immune system to be better, you are not going to Google lymphatic.
No.
Because when it comes to lymphatic, everybody associates that with cancer.
When I think of like a lymphatic, I think of like my glands, or like when I get sick, you can tell because your lymph nodes are.
Well, that's the only place the doctor will touch you, right? Is they'll check these little glands behind your ears and in your neck. You've got 300 odd lymphatic glands. Can you believe it? Just in that area.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you've got another 300 in your gut. Like this system is 15 litres of fluid. So all of your cells, we're looking at a picture of a wall now with cells, like how cool is this?
Yeah.
Each one of your cells bathes in this lymphatic fluid. 15 litres of fluid that is everywhere around your body. And to put it into perspective, you have 5 litres of blood and you have 15 litres of lymph. And our heart and our breathing, our lungs, you know, pump your blood through. Your poor lymphatic system, which is responsible for all of your immune system health, responsible for the transportation of hormones and fats around your body. It regulates all of the fluid as well. So all of that fluid does not have a pump. right?
So it can just sit and be stagnant if you're not.
Sit there. It can be like a dam. Like picture a dam that is not having water pass through it and not getting anything pushed through. Like it's sludgy and gunky and a bit gross.
Yeah. Like how does it get pumped? Like obviously through movement.
That's it.
Yeah.
Breathing, movement are the ways that our lymphatic system has to move through, which is perfectly fine if we didn't sit a lot of the day.
Yeah.
If we didn't wear bras, Davina, like especially underwire bras, and our beautiful girls for some reason want to pick these boobies up and push them out and, up around your chin for some...
must be nice for those who have them.
Yes, for some reason. And that just wearing a bra is enough to stop your lymphatic system from flowing. It's like a car being parked on a hose.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tight undies will do the same.
If you are wearing like restrictive clothing all the time, you're not moving that much, what are some of the effects of like a stagnant lymphatic system?
Okay. So if you fall over and scrape your knee and hurt your knee, that means that your lymphatic system is going to have to travel to that area, get rid of all the debris, the mess of the cells that are all damaged. So the lymph has to get there in the first place. It then has to pull all of that away or that damage away. It then has to bring all of the immune cells to that area to fix the problem as well. So if you've got blockages, if you've had surgery, pregnancy, maybe it's easy to picture when you're pregnant, all of that pressure the baby puts on your lymphatic system in your tummy, you'll get swollen feet. Yeah? So when you hurt yourself, the lymphatic system is just there trying to do its job. It's just trying to keep you healthy. The body can heal itself. If your lymphatic system is compromised from lymph nodes being removed, from wearing these tight clothes, from having operations, from having previous injuries, from muscles being too tight, from you not breathing deep enough and you not moving, then your rate of responsiveness to healing is going to slow down.
Wow. There was something that you taught me about the immune system and the lymphatic system.
Yeah. So your immune system lives in your lymph nodes. So your lymphatic system scavenges around your body and it picks up parasites, pathogens, viruses, all the different things that isn't supposed to be in your body. And it takes it to these lymph nodes. In the lymph nodes lives your immune system. So you've got your T and your B cells, which put out the antibodies and things to destroy the bad viruses and the bacteria and the different thing that shouldn't be there.
So that's why they get inflamed when you're sick. That's how it's a good indication to know that there's something going on, because all of those shitty bits are getting transported by the lymphatic system into your lymph nodes.
Yes, but it just needs a little bit of time. And because as a society, we just want to be back at work, do this, do that. We don't put our feet up long enough to have that fever. That fever is really important, that heat. The body's working, or your immune system's working. If it's a foreign virus that the body doesn't know about, well, then it has to have a little bit of time to make the key to be able to get rid of that virus in your body. So chicken soup, feet up, like that whole olden day ways of...
Just that real slowing down and healing. Yeah. It doesn't exist anymore.
No, castor oil packs, like having warm feet. Like there's so many different natural ways.
Yeah.
And doing my 2-minute a day lymphatic sequence, which is going to unblock and move this lymph through your body as it needs to be moved, as it should be moving, but because of, the air is not as great as it should be, our water isn't as great, all of the sprays and toxins and chemicals we know are all over our food. We eat junk. There is so many toxins and chemicals. You read a label and, half of the things you can't pronounce.
You don't understand, yeah.
Yeah. How is our body supposed to unravel that mess fast?
I have missed you because it does make me so excited about healing and my body and my life when you put it into such simple terms like that, because I think we're so fooled. You think you have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to be, taking this supplement, that supplement, all of these things, when it could be as simple as just really helping your body out with being able to pump your lymphatic system every day. And that's what I've been doing. I've been using Chelsey's gloves now for maybe 2 years. I was actually referred to Chelsey and her gloves. Well, actually, just your gloves, no offense, but your pack that you have, which is like your moisturizer and the gloves. So basically, one side of the gloves is like a stimulating, spiky side, and the other side of the glove is like a massage, like a roller side with these magnetic rollers. And my friend, see, I could fucking talk about this. I could talk about this until the cows come home. But my friend, I was looking at her one day and she was like, and she's like older than me. And she's fucking fabulous, but she always just looks so wonderful. And she was just looking extra glowy. Her skin was amazing. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you just look so good. And she's like, Davina, I'm telling you, these gloves, I do them twice a day. My body has never felt better. Her skin was even feeling better. Like, it was like she had more elastin in her skin and she was just looking amazing combined with like the lotion and stuff. She just looked amazing. So I was like sold. And I like invested in my first pack the next week. And I've been obsessed ever since, and then coming into clinic and whatnot. But for me, like, I can tell a big difference when I go into the sauna without doing the stimulation of my lymphatic system prior, without getting like the brushing of my body going and whatnot, because I don't sweat that quick. But as soon as I like kickstart my circulation and do my body with the gloves, hop into the sauna, I'm sweating like crazy straight away.
Yeah.
So you can see the difference. And it's funny, like the first time I started using the gloves and first time I actually started really moving my lymphatic system manually, I actually had really hectic cold symptoms for a while. It was like my body actually started detoxifying and I was like, oh my God, it made me sick. Like, what's going on? And you were like, don't stress. It's very normal for you to have that kind of effect because some people just don't, like, you just don't do that, you know? Why did I get like those detox symptoms? Yeah.
And you're quite healthy, right? So if you have a look, you're quite healthy. You make sure you move your body, you're drinking water, you take notice of the food that you're eating, and you still had these detoxification fluid type effects. It's like, I can't tell when a client comes in. So my PT, she actually threw up after a session.
What?
Because she's a really fast metabolizer.
Yeah, right.
The junk just wanted to get out of her body like straight away. Just get this out.
After every time I come in clinic, I always finish the session feeling so good, very clear-minded. I feel like my brain fog goes and I always have the best sleep.
Sleep is so important. So we've got our lymphatic system in our body from our necks down, and then we've got our glymphatic system is in our brain. And that's the way that our body gets rid of all the neurotoxins, is through our glymphatic system. So things like brain fog, memory, Alzheimer's, all of those things are a build-up of all the toxic material in your brain that also can't escape. How we get rid of that is through our glymphatic system, which is, you know how I massage your face and we always go down against what our beauty therapists tell us to push up? Yeah. We always must brush down, and then we brush from our chin to our ear and then across our face. But it drains when you're asleep. And it drains the best if you sleep on your left-hand side.
Okay, wow. And that's another thing, because I always thought, like, when you do any dry brushing and stuff, you always go down, like you brush it down. So why is it that we brush up and come to the chest, come to the heart?
Yes. So all of those lymphatic vessels, that 15 litres, it all has to travel into these tiny little vessels into your heart. It's pretty cool. So if we are going to start brushing, we're not going to start at the hands, we're going to start at the heart, because if your body was a train system and it was congested and it had all these carriages from your heart moving down to your arm, I'm not going to push that last carriage through if the first one isn't open to go through. So if I push that first one through, it's then going to pull onto the next and then onto the next, and I'm gently going to push that lymph up and through my body. I like to teach that your body is not a tube of toothpaste. Think of a tube of toothpaste with a lid on and squeezing it from the bottom. What do we get? A mess. But if we pop your cork and treat your body like it's a bottle of champagne, we pop the cork at the chest, just like those beautiful men do when they do the haka. You know, what are they doing? They're unblocking their lymphatic system, just like Tarzan does before he goes and saves Jane. It's getting that lymph flowing and moving freely. We have to start at the chest, unblocking that first, and then everything else will then follow suit and go up. If you're not wearing restrictive clothes if you're breathing to help that movement, if you're not too stuck in the hips where you've had surgeries and things before when blockages. I can tell if someone's been wearing the same undies every day. When they hop on the table, I can see their legs go up, 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 and then there's a line of where the same style of undies every day, where that line sits, and there's this big fluidy pouch sitting right at the top of their legs. And I'll say, do you wear these undies like these? Oh, yes, I've got 7 pairs. Like, my undies are the best. And I'm like, can you see that your body still looks like you're wearing undies even with your undies off? Like, there is a line there, and there's all of this fluid is stuck.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of knickers would you say? Are you saying don't wear knickers?
I don't have any knickers on.
I don't have a bra on. I've just never been a girl to not wear knickers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I get too excited too easy. So it's just not ideal for me.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Anything excites me these days, I'll tell you. But okay, so just making sure that your knickers aren't like super tight.
One day a G-string, next day boy leg, next day bikini.
What about at nighttime? Maybe like just to not
go
wear.
without at night. Definitely.
Yeah, no bra, no knickers at night.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. That's a good way to start.
That could be a worry. You should see my dreams lately. That could be a big problem.
But then because I've just started dating, over the last 12 months again. I've been single forever.
Yeah.
And I could only wear clothes to bed. I could never go naked to bed.
Yeah.
But now I think when you feel comfortable, I'm more comfortable without clothes on now in bed. It's funny how it works.
And it's better for you.
Way better. Yeah, the bras have to go. The underwire bras have to go. Any restrictiveness. If you're a girl who has got big boobs, try to wear the crop tops.
Like a gym top?
Yeah.
Like a fabric one.
Yeah, but you're definitely not radioactive wire. Mm-hmm. But yes, so no wire.
What's radioactive wire?
Just wire. I'm just being dramatic with radioactive.
We love a bit of drama.
5G and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
that whole thing.
Electricity stuff that we don't like. You've got it around your heart. We don't want that wire sitting around your heart.
You want to try and keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah.
So like a cotton.
Cotton loose.
Yes.
Loose cotton. If you're going to gym and you've got big boobs, hold them in. We don't want black eyes and wobbling, too much. But remember, the muscles in your chest, if you're wearing a bra all of the time, they don't work. Those muscles there, they just get lazier and lazier. And that's why you end up with saggy boobs, is because you're not moving. That chest, that skin isn't moving at all. They're just stuck.
Because even right now you're wearing a shirt that says start at the boobs. You've got boobs in big, bold writing. Why is it so important at the boobs? Because that's that's the start of your lymphatic system.
Yes.
That is where everything needs to be flowing. So you need to make sure that area of your body, out of all of the areas of your body, is the easiest to access when your lymphatic system is pumping nicely.
Yeah. So when it comes to boobs, a lot of people don't even feel their own boobs. They will have lumps and bumps throughout the tissue of their breasts, and then it might be sore as well. And they'll tell their partner, "Oh, don't touch me, it's sore." Well, if it's sore, we have to find out why. Like, I can feel in people's breasts whether they've breastfed a lot. I can feel whether they've had surgery. I did some boob readings the other week, was just so funny. And I got 7 out of 7 right. I could find out about their recent health from touching their boobs. They tell us so much. And unfortunately, the gold standard of what our medical society does now is mammograms and things like that. I would prefer people to look into other ways like thermography. But just by touching your breasts and feeling the lumps and bumps, it might just be that you're iodine deficient. It might just be that you haven't touched your boobs. Like, that fluid just has to move through. That's why I think guys are attracted to boobs, to give them that lymphatic system a good pump.
Let's just say that's what it is. It's because they're just really concerned about our health. That's why they want to squeeze our tits. Yes.
Yeah, that's why.
Absolutely. It's funny because when I come and see you can touch parts of my leg and you can be like, oh, look how bumpy you are. Like, I can look how clogged up you are. And I'm like, oh, I just thought that was cellulite.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, if I'm good with my routine and I'm doing this every day, I'm so excited to go home and do this now because I've forgotten how good it is. But I will literally have no cellulite on my legs.
Yeah.
If I'm like consistent with my massaging and I'm moving improving it because like my fluid retention's down, my body's operating like well, I'm able to like sweat out all of the toxins effectively when I go into the sauna. So I'm not holding on. I don't have that like inflammation. It's so easy. It is so easy. And it's such a nice reminder that you don't have to go out and spend millions of dollars on a gym membership or whatever when like you can really look after your health. And like the biggest fundamental health thing in your body, like that is the starting point of all the other things to come after, like looking after your body with exercise and whatnot is just a beautiful way that you can nourish your body after you're really getting to the core of making sure your body is running effectively with your lymphatic system.
Yeah. And this one system is going to affect everything.
Literally, yeah.
Your brain health, your liver function, constipation. Like so many mums say, oh my God, Chelsey, thank you, because we're using the gloves on our kids and it's helping with constipation, recovery from surgery, before and after surgery.
Scar tissue.
Yes, definitely scar tissue, movement, pain, the hormonal health. There is no area of your body that the lymphatic system doesn't touch. And we have to help it.
I just can't believe it's taken me until I'm 30 to even know about lymphatic system. Here I am like studying the fucking solar system, but I had no idea about my own lymphatic system and how important it is to my health. Like, why don't you learn this stuff in school? It's really disappointing because it sucks, but I'm glad that we're here now and I'm glad that you're here talking to people about it because it is so important.
Well, one of my big goals, Davina, is to, when you open up a medical book, there is not one reference. There's no green. There's no pictures of the lymphatic system in. You get pictures of the blood. You get pictures of the bones. You get pictures of the organs. Nerves, yeah. So one of my big goals is to have the medical society interested in the lymphatic system. I get so many nurses come in and say, hey, we just skipped over this in class. It wasn't something that we even read too much about. A, because cutting and surgery damages it, and pharmaceutical like drugs and things can also damage it. So we don't learn anything about it. So it's a massive big chunk of our health that is missing. And how cool would it be for kids to learn about this? Like how cool would it be if we could brush our body every day just like we brush our teeth?
Oh, yeah. It's a fucking no-brainer. Like, we brush our hair every day. We brush our teeth to keep it clean. Why don't we do this to our whole body? It takes, 10 minutes? Not even?
Yeah, not even. 2 minutes to do the brush through. So easy. You just get naked before you shower, use the spiky side of the brush, follow the sequence, starting at your heart, then your shoulders, working down your arm, always brushing towards your heart. Tummy, we go clockwise to follow the digestion.
Is that clockwise?
Your body clockwise.
Yeah, not if we're looking at someone, it would be anti-clockwise.
Yes, your body clockwise. In through your hips, brushing up. Now, if you want to focus on cellulite, then you go a little bit harder and a little bit more in that area. And then the last place you do is at your toes. Yeah, and just then jump in the shower, wash yourself in the same way. Hop out of the shower, put on my lymphatic cream or my magnesium spray, and massage your moisturizer cream in that same way. Start at your chest and then work from the top of your arm to the bottom, around your tummy, back, bum, legs, but always brushing up. It's something that you can do, even if you're sitting down like we are now. You can do a couple of deep breaths. You can beat your chest. You can stamp your feet and you can put your hands in the air and pretend you're Hare Krishna, like Chunny and Light Bobs. There's lots of things that you can do. Imagine if we could get this into the elderly.
That's what I think about my dad, especially. It'd be so good he'd probably suffer with some hectic symptoms if he got a massage from you. He'd probably have a heart attack after that. But I so agree. And it's so important because like I saw that you used to do that a lot for your pop. Like you would massage him when he was like going through it at the end stages of his life. But that was his ritual. Like you would do that for him all the time. And
I would walk into his care facility. And because I'm quite Nazi when it comes to doing these exercises, the whole group of like oldies that he would be with, they would all see me and they'd all start beating their chests and putting their arms in the air because they knew that that's what I told them to do. And he was on no medication, at all. And we would move his lymph and look after him completely naturally. And, he did that with me for a long time. And he lived to 93. active brain, like still amazing. So moving our body, moving our lymphatic system is going to help from the babies. Those with mobility issues can do this. Our carers need to learn how to do this to looking after their NDIS, patients and things like that. The elderly, like there is sports people. You see all the sports people now with their compression garments and their before and after gym and things like that.
Why do people, what's so good about compression? Like you see that a lot.
So a lot of our sports people are eating great. They're exercising. They're getting their mind in focus. But one area that they're not great at is recovery. So when we're using compression, our pneumatic compression devices, what it does is it's pushing this lactic acid through their body faster so you can recover a lot better and then they can train harder and faster again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so recovery to sports people is the new fad, which is amazing. Like people are being crazy and jumping into ice baths. That's not my thing, but some people feel stimulated and love it. And I would prefer to pretend that I'm jumping in an ice bath because my body constricts and does all the things just by pretending about doing it.
Yes, and that's the power of your mind too. Like I did an exercise on one of my little bonus episodes about like eating the lemon.
Yes,
and so many people got back to me and they were like, oh my God, I could literally feel my whole mouth get salivary thinking about eating the lemon. So yeah, the power of your mind's very important. Yeah, no, it is so important, and I'm so happy to have you on here sharing the message, to getting people to understand their lymphatic system and how massive it is for your health, and also how easy it can be to kind of keep on top of it. And just starting with those massages, that sequence every day, that could be the beginning of your journey, guys. Like if you're wanting just somewhere to start, just start doing this and start drinking more water, start making sure you're breathing, get outside more, nature. It doesn't have to cost you $1 million.
Yeah, so take note of what you are putting into your body. Like be realistic.
If you're vaping,
oh my God.
You little fuckers, put them down. It's bad for you. So bad for you.
It's just kills me. Know what's going into your body. Take a note, take an honest account, because we do tell ourselves stories. Oh, I'll start on Monday. Oh, it's okay if I'll just have this extra bit now. Oh, those nows things could be the tipping point that changes cells in your body to a unhealthy cancerous cell. That last little bit could be that. Why wait until you have a bad diagnosis? Why wait till you have a bad breakup? Catch yourself now. I'm sick of all of this, people speaking and going, oh my God, yes, I woke up with a needle in my arm, or I was on top of a cliff ready to jump off and kill myself, and then I saw the light. Well, hello, just do it now. Like, why put yourself through all that drama and all that trauma? And you can catch yourself now and be so much better. I think we don't understand how good we can feel.
Because they don't have the proof. It's hard to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel because you just don't have the proof that it can actually be good.
Yeah.
But I guess it takes making a decision and just trying to be as firm as you can in your decision, and waking up and just being like, okay, today's for me. I'm going to make the decision today to start or just to do something different. Like even if you're used to waking up and having a coffee first thing in the morning, wake up and have your shower first and then have a drink of water, switch it up. It could be as easy as just doing something different one day can be the catalyst to you changing your life.
Yeah.
Doing the sequence one day, going for a longer walk on a different route one day. You can change your life at any time. You just need to make the decision. You're not a tree. You're not stuck in the one place forever.
Yeah.
You can change and
Yeah, like you've got written up here like this, who me, right? Who me? It's like, well, who do you want to be?
Yes.
You get one life.
True.
Who do you want to be?
Yeah, and you can be that person.
Yes.
You need to get really clear on who that person is. What does she look like? Where is she succeeding? What's her favorite scent? Like, what's her signature scent, and how does her hair flow? And like, picture that fucking the best top tier version of you. And if you can see it in your brain, it is real. It's real. It can be there. You can have that. It might take you 5 years, but if you can literally picture that girl or man in your brain, it is possible.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible.
Absolutely.
And it can all be as simple as starting with massaging your boobs in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a holistic approach to health and well-being because, it's almost like a meditation in itself.
Yes.
Doing it for you. You're improving in all aspects of your life when you start looking after your inner world and your health.
Yeah, and what you're then doing, the changes that you're brushing your body on the outside, you can't see the amazing things that are happening on the inside. I've been doing this since I was 19. And I've seen thousands of women's and men's. Men can be more toxic than women. They have
Say it louder for the people in the back.
the tradie diet, the fumes, like they paint shops or petrols and like all of those different things. They're not as emotional, they don't talk as much and all of those things. So their lymphatic system can be chock-a-block with junk. We need to do the whole society. It's not just a woman thing. When it comes to lymphedema and lipedema and all these diseases of the lymphatic system, they are mainly related to women. But toxic bodies, it's all of us now. We are all under the pump, and this is something that has to be taken seriously now if we want our kids not to struggle with their health and have chronic health issues at a very early age.
Yeah. Amen to that, girlfriend. Well, look, I'm going to put down your Instagram, your website, all of the things. You run amazing like workshops and you do talks. Chelsey, thank you so much for coming in and having a chat to me. I'm honestly so inspired. I can't wait to go home and do this.
Thank you, my love.